So hey you guys, this is gonna be like part 2 of my celebrity crush thingy, so please enjoy. So where I left off is Kevin Costner, and I love him in multiple movies, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like say a few like honorable mentions probably. Like I said with the Dennis Quaid thing, Wyatt Earp has to be one. Definitely. And like, as you guys can like see on the list, why not? I have a crush, or at least like before he died type thing, you have a crush on Sean Connery, so I had to go with Sean. The Untouchables. And I'm probably have to gonna go with like Silverado or something like that. Or maybe like The Bodyguard as like my other favorites as well. Even though there's a bunch. So now keep us You've got the hit series 24 where he's like, damn it, Chloe, and a bunch of people. I have yet to see the remake version of The Fugitive, that Queeby one. But I'll probably somehow check it out. And obviously there's like Young Guns, both movies. Like, I think I used to have a crush on Emilio Estevez when I was younger a little bit too, but I don't think I ever included him on a list to think. Okay. Then you got Lance Henriksen. One of my other favorite like horror movies besides like the Omen franchise is like Pumpkinhead. It's like an urban legend kind of thingy. I think he was in one of the Alien movies. He's in the Omen 2 where he teaches Damien Thorne who he really is, and he's one of the astronauts that goes up in the movie The Right Stuff, that 5 or whatever crash thingy. And there's also When a Stranger Calls. He's like, did you trick the children, in his voice. And he's like a crazy stalker. And fun fact, like when you get up to these next chapter, Lance. So, if it was like 1981 or definitely in the 1980s, they released an original version of Silence of the Lambs. Wrong movie. Sorry, Clash of the Titans. I'm like, what in the world? And Laurence Olivier was in the original. Then, like 20 or 30 something years later, Liam Neeson is Zeus in the remake that originally was Laurence Olivier, which I found funny when I first originally noticed that. So you got Laurence Olivier, Clash of the Titans, he's the Greek god Zeus with like Maggie Smith. I think she was in that. And Harry Hamlin from LA Law. It was like computer generated or CGI or like claymation type generated for the Kraken. That's the evil monstrous creature. And then The Boys from Brazil, like I said before, the James Mason Gregory Peck thing, he's like the good guy with like Steve Guttenberg, I think, from like the Police Academy. I think Charles Grodin or whatever from like the Beethoven movies. And then Liam Neeson's version has like Sam Worthington from Avatar, Mads Mikkelsen, one of the guys coming up soon, like helps out Perseus, Sam Worthington. Hades is Ray Fiennes from Harry Potter, and there's a bunch of other people in it. Liam Neeson's kind of known for real life people. He was Alfred Kinsey in the movie Kinsey in like 2004. He's Oscar Schindler in Schindler's List, but I probably know him for sure from like the Taken movies. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you want. He also taught us what metachlorians were, and maybe he'll teach Obi-Wan Kenobi of how to become one with the Force. Because like we gotta see this, right? Who knows, guys? Let me know down below if you guys also think like Yoda will show up in Kenobi at some point. Maybe, maybe not. Great. I was actually watching the recent guy when my phone was kind of charging a little bit, named Linus Roach. What I really know him from is like Law and Order as one of the like hot lawyers. He's currently my screen lock to like him right there. Go. And he's known for like kind of setting up the Batcave in the way in Batman Begins. Yeah. That's not like the only things I've seen him in, I think, before at the moment. Then you got Lou Diamond Phillips. I'm just gonna get Linus. You got him from this series that I used to watch like all the time called Longmire, which has like a cult following. There's like a festival called Longmire Days in like Georgia or somewhere, and it's based off a series of books. And you got the cult film La Bamba as Richie Valens, probably like one of the first like musical biopics. I don't even know. Was it? And he's an Indian native Westerner in Young Guns 1 and 2. Great. Move over Anthony Hopkins. Then you got one of my other favorite Hannibal actors, Mads Mikkelsen. He's known for playing the titular Hannibal Lecter leading up to the events kind of around Silence of the Lambs. Maybe he'll be back again. I haven't actually yet to see Chaos Walking, you guys, but whenever I do on Amazon Prime or whatever it is, I will be giving a review because the trailer looked awesome. There's this film called The Hunt that I usually talk about on one of my other YouTube channels. It's where he's an elementary school teacher or something like that, and he gets convicted doing something that he didn't do in the whole entire town, including his best friend, the father of the little girl, turns on him. And I cannot wait to see what he does with the next Fantastic Beast, because apparently he took on the role of Johnny Depp. Maybe he'll even be back as Hannibal one day. Guys, let me know down below if you think he's going to be in, Andor. Maybe not yet, but, season 2 or whatever. Because it depends on, how far out we are at the end of season 1. And if, depending on how popular it is. Because then we'll probably get season 2. Yeah. God. Then you got Marlon Brando. He's known for being, I think he did the, I'll make him off. You can't refuse, because I love the Godfather movies. I've only seen the first 2. I may watch the third just to get anticipated, because Oscar Isaac is doing a movie, or nobody knows, a movie or a TV show. It's called Francis and the Godfather. Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale is going to be Francis Ford Coppola's wife. Francis Ford Coppola is going to be Oscar Isaac. Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be Robert Evans, I believe, the producer or something of The Godfather, and it's going to be a making of typed movie. It should be awesome. Then obviously probably taught us what kryptonites were in the Richard Donner version of Superman. One of my grandmas has a crush on Gene Hackman. And then, hey Stella! In The Streetcar Named Desire. I'm also kind of curious, you guys, what they are going to do for the Francis and the Godfather thing. Brando, I don't know how many of you guys know this. Marlon Brando's dead since, the 2000s or something? 2003 or something? Yeah, I was close enough. 2004, so it's maybe not. Depending on how old they're supposed to be around the time of filming, because one of my guys on the list actually played a prequel version. Robert De Niro, but I'll get into in a minute. Then you got this guy named Paul Guilfoyle. I used to love the show CSI. We don't have a channel anymore, unfortunately, over here, or else I probably would have rewatched it. Some of my favorite stars have guest appeared. Pedro Pascal, the next guy, actually did once. And who knows who else out of my celebrity crushes? I don't know. I just hit myself in case you guys hear boing. But he led the team of cops, kind of. And he's also this really funny drug dealer that accidentally / not accidentally mistakes a baby carriage for drugs. And he almost puts a baby carriage or the baby in the trunk, and 3 men and a baby, which I cannot wait for the remake version with Zac Efron in there for Disney Plus. Speaking of Disney Plus, you got the man, the myth, legend, Pedro Pascal, who's having an amazing year. Because, come on, you had Wonder Woman 1984. I've yet to see that, by the way. He just recently got cast, probably a month ago, in The Last of Us, a TV show adaptation of the popular video game. I will probably, play that somehow or whatever, just to get anticipated. Or maybe not. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just go into it with, a fresh take. Instead of, doing the source material, sort of, I don't know if I should or should not, watch any of the Dune things before the Timothée Chalamet movie. He did We Can Be Heroes also this year. And who knows what else is in store. He may be in a comic book movie for Marvel or something. So yeah. I don't know why, but whenever I see his face, I could probably see a Joker. He's got that goofy kind of charm to him too. I don't know why, but I could probably see him being a Two-Face or something too for some odd reason. Right? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he'll be Matt Reeves' Two-Face. But that could be somebody else. Peter Sarsgaard could be him, because he's supposed to be another just because Peter Sarsgaard is supposed to be in a different district attorney or whatever. That's originally Harvey Dent's title in the Batman comics and stuff. Then you got this guy named Peter Wingfield. My friend Danny from the UK actually introduced me to Holby City. It's like a spin-off or whatever of this series Casualty, which is also a UK-based TV doctor show. And he's in this TV show called Highlander. I think it's like a prequel or sequel to the Sean Connery, Christopher Lambert or something movie. Then you got Robert De Niro. You're talking to me? I want to get an Alexa or something, you guys, and I kind of want to change it to like Robert De Niro's voice from Taxi Driver, like the "you talking to me." I kind of also want to like get like a voice clip of him from Taxi Driver and put that as my ringtone, my voicemail thingy, just to scare off a bunch of like scammers if I have any. But you got The Godfather Part 2, and I actually think, depending what age they made Brando in the Godfather prequel thingy, like this making of TV show or movie, the Oscar Isaac one, maybe they could de-age Brando again. After all, come on, he played Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2, which is weird. It's a prequel and it's also a sequel, because it's a sequel to The Godfather, but it's a prequel, like the younger years of Vito Corleone. Also, you have to add the King of Comedy. Wasn't that sort of like Joker? And that's where Todd Phillips, I guess, took some of the influences from Taxi Driver and Joker, and the King of Comedy. And obviously, why not Joker? It's a proud supporter from this Discord server called Chuckletown. Rose, Bobby loves you. One of my good friends on Discord loves you, Bobby. Then you got this guy named Robert Mark Kamen. He's when he was like 17 apparently, bullied, and that made Robert Mark Kamen take karate. And then he read something else about somebody that took karate. And that kid, including Robert Mark Kamen, inspired the story for the Karate Kid. I cannot wait to see like what they do with Cobra Kai season 4, even though there's a few little rumors, hints and stuff. He also wrote the Taken movies, the I don't know who you are, I don't know who you want. He probably like, wrote all those things. And he's obviously known for like The Fifth Element. I think he has like $3, and I think one was inspired by the kid like Leilu Mila Jovovich in The Fifth Element. Then you've got an Australian actor named Robert Taylor. He's known for the series Longmire. He's the main character of Walt Longmire. He's in this movie called Vertical Limit that actually has this guy named Scott Glenn, Ben Mendelsohn up top, and like Blake Grable, Bill Paxton, and a few other people. The like Australian one that I mentioned in the last part. And he's in this horror movie that's similar to Jaws called The Meg. Except it's like a bigger killer shark type thing with like Jason Statham and Rainn Wilson from The Office. And then you got Sam Neill. I love his work. Okay, guys, like, pardon me. I'm one of the hugest like Jurassic Park fans. And there goes my foot. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna like scream my head off because he and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum. Obviously, you would have known about the Jeff Goldblum thingy. Fallen Kingdom a couple of years back. But Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum are back in Jurassic World 3 Dominion. Maybe we'll see them in a teaser. He's one of my favorite interpretations of Damien Thorne, like the final chapter, even though it technically wasn't. Because there was like a sequel 13-ish years later about Damien Thorne's kid. And he's in a non-singing, non-animal talking version of the Jungle Book with like Carrie Ellis and the Bride and stuff. Oh yeah, why not? There's this film called The Hunt for Red October. It's a 1990 film that John Grisham did, like part of the Jack Ryan series. Alec Baldwin was Jack Ryan. Sam Neill, Scott Glenn, and Sean Connery were actually in it while I'm at that. Then you got Scott Glenn. He's known for sending Claire Sterling as Jack Crawford to go and see Hannibal about some certain serial killer. He's Kevin Costner's like younger brother, in this film that I really love, this Western film that I really love with amazing cast in it called Silverado, The Hunt for Red October. Why not? There's also this Robert De Niro, Donald Sutherland movie called Backdraft, and it's kind of like Hannibal Lecter, like Robert De Niro's a cop, and so is one of the William Baldwin or something, and they go and ask Donald Sutherland, who's an arsonist, about like what triggers and stuff like that. So yeah. And then obviously Sean Connery. Obviously The Untouchables, Indiana Jones 3. Fun fact actually. So I think I may have said this at the Harrison Ford part as well, but why not just re-say it again? When I was like in high school, I had to do a project, or I just randomly chose Sir Sean Connery and some kind of music composer. I forget the music composer. But it was like somebody from like the 1800s or something. And I'm like, Sean Connery is going to be perfect. Then I found like this book at the library. And it said Sean Connery, I guess, wanted a little bit more money. Or loads more money. Or else he would have said, "Welcome to Jurassic Park," and Harrison Ford would have said, would have taken off his sunglasses or whatever to the classic John Williams theme song, the da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, and obviously rolling on the floor to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And obviously like The Untouchables, he was also like in 2 versions maybe of Robin Hood. Like Robin and Mary in like 1960s and Robin Hood Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner in like 1991. Jackson, save me! Even though this is not live, my friend Jackson knows I love him. Taika Waititi, guys. I've yet to actually see What We Do in the Shadows. I loved him in Thor Ragnarok. Now wait to see what he does in Thor Love and Thunder. Not to mention I think he wrote them, but he directed them obviously, and he voices the Sirach-like figure called Korg. I loved Jojo Rabbit. I'm gonna die when like we get more details on his Star Wars thing, just because I loved him in The Mandalorian, by the way, too. I think that Disney Plus is sort of like a launch pad for futuristic directors or whatever, especially like with the Star Wars, for example. Like, Josh directed like 2 or something episodes of The Mandalorian. Now she's doing Kenobi. Taika's doing a Star Wars film eventually, like next year or something. Like, as soon as I think after he's done Thor, then he's gonna do the Star Wars movie, like Raiden and stuff. Maybe he's got a few little ideas. Because it was hinted like last year around the Oscar time or something. Then you got this guy named William Fichtner, Ed Latter, who I mentioned earlier at the James Cromwell thingy. He plays the original Captain Canower, who has a little cameo with James Cromwell's character in the remake of The Longest Yard, and William Fichtner is Captain Canower in the 2005 or 6 remake. You got the hit series Prison Break with this guy named Michael who's like covered with tattoos, which are really like the escape plan details. All like hidden and stuff. Really amazing show. Maybe it'll continue. I don't think he was in one of the last seasons, so maybe we'll see him again. What he's been up to, yada yada yada. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's even in Armageddon, like a classical live or die type situation, like where he goes up to space with a bunch of people and they have to figure out a way to get back home safely. Then you got William Holden. He's known for being Damien Thorne's adoptive uncle / Gregor Peck's brother in The Omen 2 in like 1978, I want to be like. He's known for being in this hit classic movie called The Wild Bunch, which is an iconic Western. It's a little bit bloodier and a little bit more grittier than The Magnificent Seven. Mel Gibson's actually apparently going to direct The Wild Bunch with like Jamie Foxx apparently attached, or rumored. Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones and stuff like that is apparently attached or rumored, and Michael Fassbender is apparently attached or rumored. Then you got William Peterson. He's in this movie called Manhunter, which later would get remade like 20-something years later, because Manhunter was like 1986, and then like 2005, 2006 or something, was this movie called Red Dragon, also known as like the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. I probably mentioned it earlier for Anthony Hopkins thingy, but William Peterson's the character Will Graham, like the one before Clarice Starling. He's the character known as Gilchrist from the hit series CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, the Paul Guilford one. He's also producer of only that show, even though it's in like several spin-offs. He's the main kind of baddie in Young Guns too. He was in this film called Fear that made people want to be afraid of Mark Wahlberg, probably because Mark Wahlberg's like a super overprotective, possessive like boyfriend that does like not want like the family involved with him, I guess, of the girlfriend. But yeah, oh great, Jackson, help me! Then you got William Zabka, guys. I love him. I'm excited for Cobra Kai season 3. I forget if I did this already, but season 4. But I did a few like spoilers, you guys. Like I will probably hopefully do a live stream one day, or like I'll do this. Like I'll flip the camera if I have a camera option on one of these, and wait. Oh, great. Never mind. But yeah, and then I'll say them. But I loved the Karate Kid teaches you about like hope, like you're never to give up. Never say never, as the remake basically quoted on the Justin Bieber song. See you guys, my phone's gonna die soon again. I'm probably gonna go finish one of Linus's movies. See you guys.